I was feeling so excited. I've done this for 10 years. I do it all the time. I see all the brides going through the journey, but it was actually really interesting me going through it because it was literally like clockwork, exactly how the things that I hear my brides say to me.
We'd locked in the favourite, it's just going to look great.
Once I've decided, like, that's what I'm going with, and I love it. Like, I feel really beautiful in it. I'm just so excited to wear it. I cannot wait.
Shenali has chosen. In today's episode of our Bridecast, we are going to be chatting about the fact that you have now selected your dream dress,
Yes.
what that was like, and what the next steps will be.
Yay.
Yeah, so you came back in for a second visit. Same crew, you had your mum, your brother, Cass.
Yep.
You had Emily here, who's going to be one of your bridesmaids.
Yes.
Emily's one with our alterations team. And Mark and I were here, of course.
Yes.
Second time trying.
Yep.
How was the experience different for you?
It was, I'm reflecting back on it now because I feel like, I don't know if this would be very relatable to brides, but it was a very interesting experience for me second time around. I sort of went in, obviously from previously we said I was choosing between two, so I had come in and I sort of had the two that I was ready. In my mind I was ready to go, and I thought, great, I'll get some feedback from everyone. But I think I was much more thoughtful with the second appointment because I knew I was making my decision.
Did you have in your mind a thought which one before you came in for the second appointment?
I did a little bit. I did have an inkling, but I think it changed while I was trying the two on. And I noticed, like, when I was trying it on, I was very much like, I think I was almost quiet. You probably would have felt it too, where I was more quiet and I was looking at myself and I was more like picturing and thinking, because I sort of started picturing myself in the wedding day, all of that. And I was asking, I know you pointed out to me when you were like, oh, you asked quite a bit of advice from all of your people. Like, why were you asking that? Like, obviously me doing this all the time, like you think that I would, know, and I'm quite like strong in terms of knowing what I do like and don't like. But it was almost like that moment I was asking everybody, what do you think? What do you guys think? Okay, what are you feeling about this? What do you feel about that? Because it was more for me to go, all right, I'm seeing something, but are they seeing something that I'm not seeing?
Okay.
So I think it was that was sort of helping me make or formulate the decision. But it was when I put it on the second time, but I did, when I tried them on twice, and it was, I think when I had the dress on, I was like, okay, I reckon this is a amalgamation, a mix of all of it. I didn't have a crying moment. That was one of the things a lot of my brides ask me as well about when they find the dress, or they've said yes. Yes. Am I meant to be crying? Am I meant to be, having this feeling? Am I meant to have a feeling? And I can say from my experience, I didn't cry in that moment. I think I did get emotional when it was more like, yes, I locked it in. Yes. I was like, ooh, oh my gosh. Yeah. I was feeling a bit like, had a feeling, but it wasn't like hysterically crying on the floor, rolling, laughing, be like, oh my God, this is it. Like, I found it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, it wasn't anything like that. It was purely like me putting it on. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I feel good. Yeah. Yes. And then, my family were like, yes, loving that one.
Your brother loves everything.
He loved everything. So he was,
hilarious. But interestingly enough, because, we had the two. Yeah. And the first one was on the Sunday, and we had the champagne flowing in the canapé, and we had a bit of a little party for you. Of course, you're our salon manager. And then the second one, which was on a Thursday evening. Yes. Champagne featured again. Yeah. But I noticed an enormous shift in how you were processing and thinking. Yeah. It was almost, you were on, the first day was fun and let me explore. Yes. And then the second session was more, it seemed more, you're on a mission. Yes. You were, let me think this, I'm seeing this. So you were asking the questions of your sister-in-law, your brother and your mum, primarily. Yeah. Did they answer in the way that you had expected they would? Yes. And what if they hadn't? What would you have done if they hadn't?
I know, and I did think about that, but I feel, that is a really good question. I reckon though, if they answered differently, it would have taken me a moment to kind of go, oh, okay. I would have taken in what they've said, but if it was something that I disagreed with deep down within myself, I would have probably respectfully been like, thank you for that, but I'm feeling this way.
Going to do. So
I feel this way.
Sorry to interrupt, but devil's advocate.
Yes.
Why would you ask a question if you had a feeling deep down? And it's not a criticism. It's hey, how can I learn? Or how can we all learn that if you're in that moment, the crew that you have with you, we know so important.
Yes.
And that's why they're there, particularly at the second appointment.
Yeah.
It's the people that are going to help you make that decision.
Yeah.
But how did you formulate the question around, and why did you ask the question?
Yeah. That's a very good way of asking, but I think I would go with I ask to see what the feedback is, and then I would, silly enough, pick and choose the feedback I would take. You know what I mean? So it would be like, okay, you've said this.
Majority rules.
Like,
tick,
I don't know. I wouldn't have thought about that. Okay, cool. Maybe that comes in. Whereas they may say something, and I could use the example like, I know, there might be in my party, and I say use my mum for example, her and I have similar styles but slightly a little bit different as well. Yes. So I knew that and she knew that. So when she gave the feedback, I go, okay, I know that's very much you, but that's not really me. So I disregard that. Respectfully, disregard that. But there were some other things that she would have said that I was like, okay.
Her pearl of wisdom was know what you're going to get. Because we know that you had some thoughts around customization, and that's great because a lot of the designers that we work with allow that to a degree, or you can change certain aspects. And she stood there and she looked at you and said, make sure you know what you're going to get, because I know you and I know that you will be disappointed if it doesn't come the way that you want it to. And it was a big learning moment for me. I mean, I've been in bridal since 1998. And initially in advertising and then into the fashion side. And it was a great insight to know wherever possible, to visualize if you're making a change, to know what you're going to get. And it felt really collaborative and incredibly supportive in that moment that she said that.
And I think that's why she knew me, and that's why I brought the people that I did with me, because they were the people that know me well enough, but we sort of work together. It's not like my mum knows quite a lot about me and what I'm like and who I am. And it's funny because if I reflect on the journey with my first dress shopping to the second, to, once I've said yes, it's, again, I do this, as I said, I've done this for 10 years, I do it all the time. I see all the brides going through the journey, but it was actually really interesting, me going through it, because it was literally like clockwork, exactly how the things that I hear my brides say to me, I was sort of feeling, because my first one was very much that try on, kind of picturing myself in the dresses, because even though I look at these every day, I'd never pictured it on myself. I was never a type
of... With Andy, in Sri Lanka.
Exactly. I've never been that type of person that I'd always known what I was going to wear. Like, I was never that person that had the book of, I know exactly what my wedding day is going to be. Like, I've dreamed of my wedding day for, since I was a little girl. Like, I wasn't that type of person. So when it happened, when obviously it's happened, I was putting the dresses on that first time, it was more me kind of getting used to going, all right, I'm not Shenali the bridal stylist now, I'm Shenali the bride. So I was putting the dresses on, because we try them on here when they come in, and just to kind of get the feel of cut. And so I look at it very
more. We've got some new ones out the back too.
I can't wait for that.
Don't change your mind.
No, I won't. I'm set. I'm ready. I love it. I know it. I'm ready. I love mine.
Your choice is perfect. So
I'm very excited for it. I love it. So it was very much that, where the first one was, okay, I'm going to try things on because it's so picturing me as a bride. But you're right, with the second one, I was much more thoughtful, because I'm like, I'm coming in, I want to make the decision, and it was much, wasn't all, I can't say fluffy, it wasn't all like getting excited, I just wanted to hear.
Fluffy's a good way, because you're actually excited. I think it's really important as well to understand the process of, and our brides tell us so often, is not to pressure a bride, because the first appointment has a certain meaning, and look, great. We know our brides do find the gown on the first appointment. that's their way.
Yes.
That is their decision.
Yes.
If they come in for a second one, it's because, like you, you would never have been a bride that would have come in one day, found the dress, know that you'd found it. We find that happens.
Yes.
But you would not have gone, okay, yep, I'm locking it in.
Yep.
There are loads and lots and lots and lots of brides that do that.
Yeah.
And they know when it's right to do that. They're like,
Yes.
yep, this is it. This is my moment.
Yeah.
So fast tracking to that day, we felt that this was the favourite.
Yes.
We'd locked in the favourite. It's just going to look great. But you didn't in that moment say, okay, well, let's measure me up and let's have the, I've decided.
Yeah.
That came a couple of days later, I think, didn't it?
Yeah, it was literally, I think it was
a week later.
Thursday, it was that.
Yeah, it was sort of like, time is.
Yeah, I know.
Here's my hands, conjure. It's like, conjure. And then it was like, okay, that's it. How did you feel?
I was feeling so excited. I will say, we always say the brides have that relief feeling. Yeah. I had exactly that because I did get, I think you saw me. I got a little bit misty. And I think that's what I meant. Like I didn't have the moment when I said yes, but it took that couple of days, and when I, locked it in, everything was all sorted. It was just like I was excited. I was sure because in my mind I had mentally gone, this is it. I'm committing to this. Yes. So I know we always joke, oh, if we're getting some new dresses, and what am I going to do if I'm going to change my mind? But I know with myself, once I've decided, like that's what I'm going with, and I love it. Like I feel really beautiful in it. I'm just so excited to wear it. I cannot wait for it to be revealed. I'm edging. Everyone's asking me, what is it? I'm so edging.
Oh, your customers are asking you?
Yes. It's like, honestly, I'm like a chef. So I would tell, it's so like I'm biting my tongue not to share too much because I want it to be a surprise. I want everyone to be surprised by it.
And you will be.
But yes, they're all asking me, and I'm like biting my tongue not to say it, but I'm so excited.
Our support is 100%, and we can't wait for that moment. Yeah. But I remember you did get a bit misty.
I did, yeah.
And like you say, it was the relief. Oh, yeah. You'd found the one. Did it help you at that moment, have the emotion and the stress? Is it the emotion because you're like, I'm done, I've got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's essentially that. I think because as well you have that relief of I've decided. Yes. It's just knowing that one big thing as well is ticked off my list. Yeah. And I know I keep talking about my lists in my mind, but that's literally how I go with planning the wedding. So it was just that relief of, because we'd spoken about it, we look at it, and it was sort of also nice that I had done it. I came in, there was no big hoo-ha, because sometimes, say with the second one, there was that the emotion was building up to go, oh my God, okay, this is it.
This is the moment. We know I've got my two. Yeah. I'm deciding. Yeah. Yes.
So it was actually really nice. It was really calm. It was just, I just felt right. It just felt right, and I'd done off my head. Great. I love it. Now I'm ready for the next thing.
Yeah. I think that's such a powerful message to share because so many of the brides have an expectation on how they should behave. Yeah. And look, there's been a lot of amazing shows around bridal gown choice. Yeah. But I think in the modern day, the brides are like you. They're informed. Yep. They know who they are. They know what they want. They go through the journey with their stylist to make sure they've got a gown that is venue appropriate, party appropriate. Yep. And then when they make their decision, it's like you, it's a heartfelt moment. Yeah. We talked about it previously, but it's not the tears, the bursting into tears. Yeah, exactly. The tears actually, I find, come when they first go, this is it. Yeah. And it's that overwhelm of tears. But then when it's yes, I'm going to order this gown, it's going to be mine, it's often very quiet, like it was with you. Yeah, and I think the emotion will come on the day. I feel like that would be something for myself, because I am an emotional person, I would cry. That I would do that. But I think the main thing that I took from that is being the stylist. I did have a little bit of pressure. Oh, I felt that there was a bit of pressure that everyone would be like, oh, what is she going to wear? What are you doing? Okay. For even with my family. So it was more for myself to be mindful and go, just trust yourself.
don't just take that pressure off. The dress is going to be an amazing dress regardless. There's so many beautiful dresses. You're going to look amazing.
Yeah.
So as long as you've put something on you feel good, that's fine. And I hope that would resonate with brides as well.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah,
so.
No, that's a beautiful message. Really gorgeous. So Shenali has decided, and as you know, we can't share which one it is yet. The time will come. So we'll be checking in with Shenali as she continues on with her bridal gown journey. About maybe other areas like the venue and how you're going with stationery. Yeah. But thank you so much for sharing this journey with us so far about your bridal gown. And until the next steps, when the gown actually arrives in, we'll wait with bated breath.
I can't wait to share it with you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. If you did enjoy today's episode, please do click like and the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Shenali has chosen.
That is a really good question. I reckon though, if they answered differently, it would have taken me a moment to kind of go, oh, okay.
It was a great insight to know wherever possible, to visualize if you're making a change, to know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And it felt really collaborative and incredibly supportive in that moment that she said that.
Yeah, and I think that's why she knew me. It's not like her, you know, my mum knows quite a lot about me and what I'm like and who I am. And it's funny because if I reflect on the journey with my first dress shopping,
fast tracking to that day, we felt that this was the favourite.
yes.
But you didn't in that moment say, okay, well, let's measure me up and let's have the, I've decided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For it to be revealed.